Everybody, it's Todd, and let's have a look at what Todd's got for us. Thanks, Todd. Let's have a look at what Todd got for us today. It's a Jokerised Batmobile and Jokerised Joker, I think. Here we got a mask from Bro Toys, the mask. He'd go well with the Joker, wouldn't he? They'd get along well. And a talcum powder Robin, by looks things, or perhaps something a bit more naughty. But, yeah, plenty to talk about in the latest episode of Flicks and Figs, so it's Flicks and Figs 19. Welcome back to TAKTAK Toys, your home of 6-inch movie-based action figure news, G.I. Joe Classified, Valorverse Action Force, and a hell of a lot more. And let's have a look first at this, Marvel Legends Carnage from the film Carnage. This film's not for kids, Venom and Carnage that is. So bam, biff, pow, sock. Let's get on into it. So here we go with the Jokerised Batmobile and Joker 2-pack. Now, you might be wondering, what exactly is this? And I think it's from the comics, as far as I'm aware. It might not be. Do you know what? It doesn't make any sense, but I quite like it. I think it looks really fun. It's just silly, isn't it? It's sort of campy and silly, but it's kind of fun. Here's Cocaine, or Talcum Powder Robin, as he's also known. So I couldn't even say that with a straight face. I mean, this is just crazy, isn't it? I think this is from an episode where he gets covered in plaster or something, or wax, that's it. I mean, what will Todd think of next, honestly? Everybody, I like to do weird stuff, you know, and Batmans. And if you're enjoying this video, don't let me know in the comments below. Here's your for home of action figure content. I do like to be a bit silly. My apologies. Well, let's keep it with McFarlane Toys. Here's another look at a Gold Label Sketch Hush Batman. So this is looking quite nice. And talking of sketches, we've got a look here at a sketch designed Batman. This is the... Let's have a look, just look at my notes. It's the McFarlane Gold Label Sketch Hush Batman, so looking pretty good. And Spin Master, of course, have the 6-inch DC license, and Spin Master will be doing some 1/12 scale PlayStation line. So this will include characters from God of War and Ghost of Tsushima and many more. So, yeah. Switching over to Marvel Legends, we've got Marvel Legends Retro Card Venom here. So we saw Carnage earlier, here's Venom. This looks like a really decent Venom, actually. I believe it's on the same body mould as that sort of multi-pack that came, you know, symbiote, I think, pack. And this has got a really nice head sculpt, isn't it? I was mentioning Todd earlier, and this kind of looks like Todd McFarlane's artwork. He might Jokerize this if he gets his hands on it. He does love to Jokerize stuff, doesn't he? But yeah, back in when he was working for Marvel, and he was doing sort of, you know, Spider-Man comics in the 90s, it's got that real look. And of course, we flip over from Venom to Carnage, the film. Let There Be Carnage, and that film certainly was Carnage. Yeah, I don't know if you saw it. It wasn't the greatest, but this is a nice looking action figure anyway. I think this is about 8.5 inches, so it is bigger. It's scaled appropriately to how Carnage looks in that film, not accurate to what Carnage is actually like in the comics. So, you know, base your collecting habits of that on what on what it's like in the film, I should say. You know, this is going to be bigger than sort of a comic-based collection. I mean, I don't know if you want to fudge this Carnage in with your comic-based figures, or if you want to keep it sort of, don't want to say MCU, but Sony movie-based. I mean, it's an odd choice, isn't it? I've got to say, it's kind of an odd choice from Hasbro to be releasing this now. It's not exactly the most, you know, successful of films, and it's been out for quite a while. So, but it's a nice-looking figure. There's no denying that. It's a really nice-looking figure. You know, it's just a bit of an odd one. I mean, I'm sure Madam Web and Morbius must be waiting in the wings after this. And keeping it with Marvel, we're getting a look here at the... Actually, I don't know what it is, actually. I know it's obviously Winter Soldier. I bet it... Do you know... Oh, it's Notta Winter Soldier. So, freightcar, Homecoming, mission report. Here we go. He's ready for, you know, he's ready to give his report to Hydra. But it looks pretty good with all the accessories. And again, if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to smash the like button. Feel free to comment and subscribe. And going from one Disney property to another, going from Marvel to Star Wars, we've got a look here at the Jedi Survivor Black Series 3-pack. And yeah, I mean, it's a pretty decent troop builder offering. Some nice looking sort of figures. I do believe these have all been re-released previously, but you know, they look good. They look nice if you want to sort of build out your sort of what they're called, separatist, you know, armies. And talking of separatist and clone armies, we've got the Emperor himself. This is from the Return of the Jedi. Execute an order of 66 action figures, if you like, or don't. Just order one, if you want to, of this Emperor. He looks really, really good, doesn't he? Really nice. Comes with a throne. How many Emperors have we had now? I mean, there was just an Emperor shown the other day from Revenge of the Sith. So it's like Darth Vader and the Emperor and all the main characters. We certainly do get quite a few of them. I know these are sort of things that have to keep the line going, but it'd be nice to get some different aliens and stuff in Black Series, just for a bit of variety. I mean, I can certainly think of quite a few background characters I wouldn't mind having in Black Series. I think it would help the line out to expand a bit more, but that's just my opinion. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you happy? Do you collect Black Series? Are you happy with what they release? They do seem to release a lot of clone troopers, a lot of the same characters. Would you like to see some different characters in the line? Let me know in the comments below. And going from sort of military and Empires in Space to Empires of the Sun, I guess, and Tears of the Sun, if you will. So this is the Crazy Figure CF Toys Seal Captain figure. So it's obviously Bruce Willis from the Tears of the Sun. Credit to 5K Toys for this one. So if you like G.I. Joe or Valorverse Action Force or Mezco 112, because it's cloth goods, you could pick this up. I mean, I think this looks good. I just don't know whether I think it's something I want to pick up, really. You know, so much other choice for other stuff out there. But it does look nice. Again, this is an odd thing that it's kind of a film that's quite old, and it wasn't particularly sort of, you know, memorable or anything. I don't think it did that well. So it's kind of an odd choice that they're making figures, but it's always a good thing. I mean, this could look like Jason Statham almost. It's kind of a good thing that we are getting a bit of variety from, you know, in terms of action figure form, from many different sort of film properties and comic properties and so on and so forth, but in this case film. I mean, it's nice. It can just be a generic soldier on your shelf, or obviously a Bruce Willis if you do want a Bruce Willis. I mean, you could change out some of the clothing, and you could have kind of a Die Hard, Bruce Willis from Die Hard in the later films. If you wanted to give him a more civilian look, you wanted to get some sort of civilian clothing, it's really up to you. And yeah, let's, you know, someone that maybe Bruce Willis could have battled at some point would be the Predator, and here we've got the NECA Ultimate Bear Blood Feral Predator. That's a mouthful. I mean, I would have liked to see Bruce Willis back in his heyday battle a Predator, but keeping it with anthropomorphic animals, we've got here the Memory Toys Panda Master, and credit to Find My Figures where I saw this. So I had seen this before, but presume this is going up for pre-order soon, or it may be even up for pre-order now. Very nice looking figure. This is kind of one of those third-party figures that just are getting better and better. You know, they're sort of outdoing the mainstay companies, really. These or the mainstream companies. These third-party figures, really good, really nice looking. And keeping it with martial arts, we get a look here at the Reveltech Ninja Gaiden. Now, obviously, Ninja Gaiden as a game might be rock hard, but the poses you'll be able to get this guy into will be amazing. And again, with cloth goods, we've got a look here at, what are these called actually? Ring Shingu or something. So apparently it's going to be cloth goods which are going to be very groundbreaking, so keep an eye on that. We've got a 1/10 scale Guardian of the Horde with Horse Mourner. This kind of looks like an elf or something like that, or some kind of, you know, in that sort of fantasy realm. Nice looking figure. Like I say, again, the third party figures, they're just doing their own thing. They're either sort of doing artistic, you know, recreations of existing properties, or doing their own thing like this, and it looks really good. You know, if you collect Mythic Legions or anything like that, this is something you could fudge into the background. Maybe Final Fantasy figures from Bring Arts Kai, or anything like that. You know, Master of the Universe, maybe you could fit this kind of in. It's cloth goods, so maybe this. I'm trying to think what this might suit in terms of in this scale. It's cloth goods. Well, obviously Mezco 112, but I can't think of any Mezco 112 properties that have been done. Conan, something like that, maybe. I mean, possibly, you know. But obviously, Mythic Legions might be the kind of thing that this would fit in really well with Master of the Universe. And moving over to Marvel Legends, I suppose keeping it with females, but moving over to Marvel Legends, the Marvel Legends Warbird went up for pre-order recently and does seem to have gone out of stock in a lot of places, but I'm sure it'll be coming back in stock soon. I'm talking to Marvel Legends. For all the latest Marvel Legends news, reviews and live streams, you can check out Dan Who Reviews, who does Legends and Liquor, Turtles and Tea with Dan and Tanner, and of course Joe's and Juice. And next month it'll be Yojo June, so we'll be talking no doubt about the latest things. There'll be something happening on the 4th of June, so keep an eye out for that. For action figure reviews in the UK, you can check out Jay's Toy Collection UK. Feel free to check out Justin Collects. He's got a YouTube channel where he does loads of reviews, and they're really good, so go and check him out, as are all the channels that I'm going to mention here. You can, of course, check out Miguel in the Wolfpack Toy Review for California Toy Hunts, and you can check out Cypher Sigma for film reviews and action figure pickups, so feel free to check him out. You can check out Why So Serious Toys as well. I love doing that Joker impression whenever I see this YouTube channel, so there you go. Let's put a smile on that face. And you can check out Toy Picks as well for action figure toy photography tips and tricks. Feel free to check him out. You can check out Elson Official Music. He's got some really good covers of music and also his own stuff. Feel free to check out Trevor, the 1/6 shooter. And you can, of course, for action figure reviews in Ireland, check out Brian's action figure reviews. So feel free to check him out. You can, of course, check out Austin, the Hero Collectors. And feel free to check out the 3POA podcast for action figure chat and pop culture discussion. It's another great one to look at. And if you like film and TV, you can check out filmandtvreview.com with their sort of podcasts, their regular podcasts on film and TV. And feel free to check out Dante and the Infinity Equation. And head on over to Adam Crone's YouTube channel. And you can also check out his Patreon if you like. And check out Big Will, Pixels and Plastic. He does a lot of sort of wrestling videos with the Who Crew, so feel free to check that out. And you can, of course, check out Robo Don't Know. He does a very professional job, much more than me, of the weekly news roundup. So he's always really fun, so feel free to check him out. And you can, of course, check out Agent Z-Man and his YouTube channel. And moving back to the action figure news, we've got to look at Valaverse, a teaser Valaverse. This looks interesting. Going over to Invincible Toys, this is a vehicle called the Nightwolf. So this looks good. We certainly are getting treated to a lot of 1/12 scale vehicles, aren't we? And for great places to pre-order and purchase action figures, you can, of course, check out Blue Owl Collectibles. Feel free to use my affiliate link in the comments below. You can, of course, check out Comics and Cocktails. Again, these are lots of UK independent retailers and, of course, US-based ones. And I mentioned Valaverse a moment ago, didn't I? You can check out Action Force, Valaverse for your Action Force needs. And feel free to check out the whole shebang. And you can, of course, check out all the cool stuff as well. And feel free to check out Star Action Figures. They've got a few deals on at the minute on G.I. Joe Classified, so you can feel free to check them out. And check out Kapow Toys. Again, they'll be at MCM Comic Con at the end of this month at the time of this video, so in May. So feel free to check them out, May 2024. You can, of course, check out Gobsmack Comics. Feel free to check out Props and Replicas. And you can, of course, check out In Demand Toys, who will also be at MCM Comic Con at the end of May. So hoping to see them there, both them and Kapow. And let's have a look. This is Akira based. So this is the Paw Toys 1/12 scale Akira Kaneda figure. And judging on the cost, it could well indeed be Paw Toys. This does look like a really good figure, actually. It's interesting. Well, we've never had more, Akira figures in 1/12 scale. I know McFarlane did them years ago, but they were statues, weren't they? Let's be honest, they weren't really action figures. That McFarlane was doing statues at that point. And it'd just be nice to have some Akira action figures. I mean, there's so many sort of dynamic looking characters in that film. The bikes and everything that would lend themselves really well to sort of being in action figure form. Yes, it's an old film, but it's really iconic. If you know anime, you know Akira. If you sort of, it was the sort of iconic anime that put anime on the map. Really, Akira was. To this day, people still talk about it. It is a really good film. I highly recommend you watch it if you haven't seen it. It's very unusual. It's kind of like thinking man's sci-fi, or women's sci-fi, I'd say. But it's quite interesting. And this looks like a good figure. I think if we had a bike with this, I mean, there's that McFarlane bike, but it does go for astronomical prices on the second market. And going from one third-party thing to another, this is the Bro Toys 1/12 scale mask. Now, we have had mask figures before in that sort of the classic yellow suit, but here he is in the kind of more gangster-looking outfit. There is another version of this as well, I think, where he's like in the poker outfit, I think it is. But this looks great, doesn't it? This looks really good. Like I said before, third-party figure companies are killing it with their sort of either their own properties or their sort of tribute properties, shall we say, to existing franchises. And this looks really, really good. I'm sure this is going to be available at 5K Toys and, probably VC Toy Box. Sorry, my mind went blank there. VC Toy Box and other places, so I'm sure it will be. I mean, look at that look at the accessories on this. It looks really fun. You've got a bomb, you've got the guns saying bang, you've got a suitcase full of money. This is great for toy photography. You've got the face like sort of the cartoon looking face, and the table and chair like he's at the nightclub. I mean, it just looks really, really fun, doesn't it? You've got the Loki mask here. We all wear masks, figuratively speaking. Can't remember this bit with the piggy bank, but it must be from the film. You've got Milo, the dog, wearing the mask. Again, really, really fun. And that was when he weed on the gangster, I think, when he sort of, I mean, that's probably not very child friendly, is it? But yeah, and the the tables and chairs. Just a really fun looking figure, so keep more of an eye on this. And credit here to find my figures again. This is the Fury Assassin U Leopard, apparently. So I saw this just recently. Again, Fury Assassin do some amazing figures. Again, like I said, these third-party companies are killing it with their action figures. So we'll keep an eye on all that. Again, thanks for watching. You make these videos possible. Hope you enjoyed all the content in this episode of Flicks and Figs 19. Stay tuned for much more. And until next time, I'll see you on the next one.